Hey guys, this is Tom Shiflett, lead programmer on Story and founder of Lama Glama Games. Just wanted to do this a little differently for our update on the talent trees today and actually um, kind of give you a glimpse and talk through some of it. Please remember this is pre-alpha. There's a lot of temp everything. Temp art, temp level design, temp programming. It's just temp everything. Um, but we're really excited about the way things are going and how things are coming together. And so when we talk about the talent trees, every 2 levels you earn a talent point that you can spend anywhere. And over the last couple of days, we've posted about the first 3 tiers. And so the fourth tier, which you hit at level 20, like our buddy Francois here has done, and so the first talent option here is called Jack of all trades. And essentially, when you hit something with a weapon or a spell, it looks at a couple of things. It looks at the base damage that the weapon or spell does, and then it adds bonus damage to that. The bonus damage is based off of strength, wisdom, subtlety, or endurance, depending, or actually not endurance, strength, wisdom, or subtlety. And so melee weapons, you look at strength, spells look at wisdom, ranged weapons like bows look at subtlety. And then it also looks at your skills in that particular thing. So one hand, two hand weapons, ranged weapons. Um, for magic, it's based on the school of magic that the spell is coming from. And so what Jack of all trades does is it looks at the highest weapon skill. And so as you can see, Francois here is focused on one-handed weapons primarily, not at all on two-handed or ranged weapons. And so even if I equipped a bow, instead of computing bonus damage based off range, it's going to base it off of our one-hand weapons. Now it's still going to base it off subtlety, that portion of the bonus, so that doesn't help me a whole lot. But it makes it really nice for melee characters to be able to kind of go back and forth between the two. The next option here is called Master of None. And so this is kind of the spell counterpart to this. And what this will do is, there's 4 different schools of magic here. And if you cast consecutive spells from different schools, then it's going to give you a stacking buff that increases damage and healing for that spell. And so as an example here with Francois, I have Fireball, and so this is an elemental spell. If I cast this and then I switch to Light's Touch, which is a light magic spell, and cast that, now I have a 5% buff to my next Fireball. And I cast that. That's from a different school than the last one. And so now I have a 10% buff, and it will stack up to 25%. We don't have any visual representation of that in the game yet. That's coming. But I think it'll create some cool dynamics and incentivize some creative spell casting. With Francois, I have not focused on spellcasting at all, and so I have really, I think, just these 3 spells. And so Arcane Shield will just drop a shield on me. But it takes advantage of that buff because the shield will absorb 10%, 15, 20, 25% more damage than it would have if I had cast it outside of the Master of None talent. So anyway, and then the last one is called Side Stash. And so if you can look down the bottom left-hand corner, you see the little potion icons. Basically, you start every mission starting from the first, you get 1 healing potion. And that healing potion will heal you back to full health, but it's a one-shot. You only get to use it 1 time. And so what Side Stash does is it adds another healing potion, and then you can put 2 points in it, and that'll give you 2 healing or 3 healing potions total to use. And so if you're a pure melee person who doesn't do any casting at all, then that might be important, because you do regenerate health, but it's obviously slower, and you can't like emergency heal yourself outside of the potions if you are not casting any spells. So anyway, that's a quick look at the fourth tier talent, and then tomorrow we'll take a look at the last tier, the top tier.